start now.
Okay, so what is a typical life like, or day like in my life? And I'm going to give you three mini...
Repeat that again. Repeat that again without
the blip. What is a typical day like in my life? Well, it really depends on what day you catch me on. Some days my life looks like a Hollywood script, and some days it looks like we could be on Nanny 911. Some days it looks like an episode of The Hoarders. So I'm going to start with my first life with my charity work with Donate Life. I wake up in the morning, I get prepared, I have a wonderful person who comes over and helps me with the kids, Mrs. Francis. She comes in, she gets the kids taken care of, and then I'm off for a meeting with Life Bank. I'm our fund development chairperson, so it's all about making connections with people who can get invested with our mission for donating money, gifts in kind, and also getting the word out to people who are in underserved areas of our underserved areas within transplantation. And that is minorities as well as in the faith areas, to get the word out about being a registered donor. So that's...
Okay, and you know what, just to let you know, Rochelle, sorry to interrupt, I'm going to ask you more details about what you do right now, and kind of what I want, kind of the rundown of what your schedule looks like.
Okay.
So without the detail of what you're doing when you're there.
Okay.
Give me the times, like you start around.
Okay, thank you so much. I'll do that. Okay, so a day in my life from beginning to end is I usually wake up about 7:30 or 8. That's when my kids wake me up. So I'm up, I'm changing diapers, I'm getting clothes, I am trying to get breakfast in because I need to have breakfast at least by 9 o'clock, or I am Corilla DeVille at that point. Then about 10 o'clock, I am getting my kids ready for either some playtime. Mrs. Francis is coming in to help me out with the girls so I can get ready for afternoon meetings. Then I usually am sitting down trying to get my schedule on my computer. You'll see my lovely Mac. Then around about lunchtime, I am getting ready to head out. I usually schedule all my meetings for the afternoon, so I have the first part of the morning with my kids and get them settled. Then I get them ready for lunch, and then after lunch, I'm out and I'm ready to go. I usually am trying to go to Life Bank. I'm working with Mocha Moms, contacting my friends, working with my business partner, Andrea, on trying to get a new client for one of our projects. Then about 3 o'clock, I usually am getting ready to crash. So my ultimate thing is not Starbucks. My secret to my energy is B12, lots of it. I have it by the case. People at Costco know me. I'm the B12 girl. So I'm usually popping a couple of my B12s in, and I'm off and ready to go. I'm usually having another meeting. I come back home by 5 o'clock. My husband is coming home from work. I am getting dinner prepared for the family. So for between 5 and 6, 7, it's really family time. Then I get the girls, and this is my routine: bath, bottle, book, bed. I get them to bed by 8:30, and that's my time. That's when I'm actually writing. I have a blog, and I'm writing a book, and I'm also trying to catch up on my stuff for the next day. And that's also where I'm trying to get some time with my husband, where he feels like he needs to be scheduled in, and we try to have our couple time. And I'm usually in bed probably about 1:30 or 2. You'll see me on Facebook or Gmail. And that's a day in my life, and it's kind of crazy. It seems crazy talking about it, but it's actually even more when you see it in action. So that's a typical day.
That's super duper busy.
Yeah.
So are you able to fit in exercise at all?
I am. I am able to fit in exercise, and this is where I need to fit it in, is first thing in the morning. When I exercise first thing in the morning, that's when I have the energy to get... I actually probably wouldn't even need as much B12 in the evening if I can get that exercise in. And actually, for me, when I do get an opportunity to go exercise, and I've done it before, and actually just recently I was exercising, and what happens is when I have to cut something out of my life, I usually cut that out. And I usually cut out things for myself without trying to cut out things for my children. However, I'm not willing to do that anymore because I believe that in order for me to be able to do that day and be there for my kids, I have to find some time for myself. And I need to find the energy, and I know that the weight on me is draining the energy. So it's kind of a catch-22 that I need to find the time, and I could probably do more things when I am less robust.
Right. Well, speaking of that, what kind of things, how do you think your weight affects your life now? In what ways does it affect your life?
My weight affects my life, I would say, emotionally, as well as in my energy and my self-esteem. For me, my weight, I want to make sure that I'm the best me that I can be, so I can role model for my children. That is so important to me. And I don't call myself fat. I don't call myself different names. But at the same time, I feel like I'm not exhibiting the person that I want my children to be by not doing it myself. This is personal, but sexually, I am so self-conscious about my body, and I'm not able to have that part of my life be as where it needs to be. I can say that it's not where it needs to be because I don't have a sex drive. And I know that my husband and I have talked about this, and part of that sex drive is that I'm tired and I'm wore down and I don't feel sexy. Even though I feel confident, I feel strong, I've never felt sexy. And I think that being able to feel comfortable in my own skin without clothes, that's the thing. You know, you can do anything with clothes, you can hide it, but I think being able to love myself without clothes and really be transparent in that area of my life would help. I think that that's something that people wouldn't know about me. I think that's something that only my close friends really know, that that's something that affects me. And I've never been skinny. Now, I look at pictures of me back in the day and I think, wow, I was skinny. But I wasn't skinny then. I didn't feel skinny. And I think that this is probably the one thing in my life that I've never been able to conquer. And to be able to conquer it and to be able to get to that point, I think will give me more power to do other things in my life. So it's kind of like my Achilles heel. So it's kind of one of those self-esteem things.
Of course, and as it relates to intimacy with your husband, does it, and I guess, sometimes we ask the question just because it helps give us a sense of, the impact, that the weight is having, when we, like how long has it been since you've been intimate?
Oh, I'm intimate. Let me just tell you, this is the issue. I make sure. Oh, let me say this. My husband and I, we would probably want to be more intimate than we are. I mean, we have sex like twice a week, and for me, I think that's a lot. I'm like, twice a week, baby. You are getting it more than a lot of people. But it's not the amount of time. For me, I'm so cautious and self-conscious, like, oh God, he's touching a roll. Like, oh my God, I'm, in my mind, I can't relax because I think it must be gross for him to have sex with me, even though he doesn't feel that way, and he's never said that. He is very attracted to me. He's always wanting to have sex. In my mind, I'm like, why would you want to? I mean, I get that I have a great personality and I'm cute and I'm funny, but I don't have that video body. And I want to give that for myself, but I want to be that too for my husband, because I don't think it's fair that he doesn't have that. I don't know. It's for me, it's something that I want to be able to walk out in some sexy lingerie without being an episode from, Shallow Hal. I really, really want to be able to do that. And I think that I would be freer in that arena, not having the limitations of being self-conscious. And
okay, well, we've got the sexy lingerie. So now this is getting to your spend list. In addition to walking out in sexy lingerie and feeling comfortable in your own skin in that regard, what else